Hi guys, how are you doing? In this video I'll be talking about betrayal by a friend, but you're also going to come with me while I'm doing it to pick up something by the supermarket, because guess what, tomorrow is Easter Monday and there are still a few things that I have not picked up. Not many things, just a few things. So you'll be coming with me to the supermarket. When I get there, I'm just going to park up a bit, just introduce where I'm coming from with the betrayal, and then you're going to come to the supermarket with me. So I'll speak to you when we actually get there. We have arrived, and I'm first going to start by saying, look, I 100% agree that, betrayal by a friend is the worst. But at the same time, I also believe that, sometimes you have to expect the unexpected. And I'm only saying that because, I believe that betrayal, if you look into it, betrayal has been around ever since creation. When I say ever since creation, if you remember about Adam and Eve and how they ate the apple that, they were forbidden to eat, but yet they did it. You could look at it and see that, actually that was a form of betrayal. And the biggest betrayal of all, if you remember, Judas Iscariot. Judas Iscariot was actually one of, Christ's disciple. And yet, he sold Christ out for 40 pieces of silver, or 30 pieces of silver, one of them. Right? So when you look into it, yes, betrayal is wrong. And by the way, let me see if I can actually show you where we are at, because we're by the supermarket. It's one of the largest supermarkets. It's not the closest supermarket to where I live, meaning it's not the closest Tesco to where I live, but actually with this supermarket, I actually know that, like the Jamaican, they actually sell like Jamaican products. So like the spice bun that I'm looking for, I know that I can actually get it there. So yes, going back to the question of betrayal, I believe that yes, betrayal from a friend, I do agree that that is like the worst type of betrayal ever. But I think that when you realize that you are being betrayed, yes, it is going to hurt, but some people get upset with the person. I believe that in order to move on, when you find out that you have been betrayed, I think that every betrayal is like a lesson, right? And if you want to learn your lesson, I think that sometimes it's best to come to terms with the fact that yes, perhaps the person was not who they said that they claim to be. You need to learn your lesson and move on. And that will actually sometimes help you when you're going forward in your life. So when you are being betrayed, I believe, well, how I deal with betrayal is that I keep silent about it. I don't have to have problems with the person or anything like that. I stay quiet. Of course, I observe what is happening and then I move on. Simple as. Because just like I've said, yes, betrayal by a friend, that is like the worst thing ever. But if you put it into context and if you look at it from the point of view that, Christ, that betrayal has been around forever, then of course, you can come to terms with it when people actually betray you. You see that I keep fixing my hat for whatever reason. Can you believe it? You know what? When I was leaving out, I actually, I thought that it was going to be colder than it is right now. But it is actually not cold. But, it's one of those days. This is what I'm wearing. So it's like I'm wearing summer sleeves. So even though it's not, probably this coat is a bit too, by the way, it's not too warm because it's actually not padded or anything. It's not lined, so it should be okay. But yes, back to the argument to say, like, look guys, when you are being betrayed, or if you experience betrayal, yes, loyalty is important, very important. And I'm going back to the point to say that betrayal by a friend, that is like the worst type of betrayal ever. But if you experience it, you have to learn to move on. And in moving on, you need to get to a point where you can actually forgive the person. Perhaps you won't forgive the person right away, but you're going to come to the point where you're going to say at some point that yes, I have been betrayed, other people have been betrayed, people will continue, meaning people before me have been betrayed, people after me and after you will continue to be betrayed as well. And when you look into it, if there was not betrayal, then perhaps some of us would not have learned a lesson. You know what, guys? I think I'm going to start making my way into the supermarket. As a matter of fact, the rain is coming down, and I just have a few things like the spice bun. What else am I going to pick up? Spice bun. If I can find some patties, Easter egg, I think that's just about it. You know what, guys? We are going to talk while I'm on my way into the supermarket because the rain is coming down at the moment. The rain came down just a bit. So luckily, what I was saying, that probably my coat was too warm. Actually, it wasn't too warm because, it is doing the purpose. But on the topic of betrayal again, I recently actually saw in one of the newspapers where actually I think it was it says a Nigerian politician wife found guilty in the UK organ harvesting plot. So when you look into it, if you should look at it from that point of view, you can actually see that that's a form of betrayal as well. So when you experience betrayal, when you look into it, because you could say a politician, that's someone who is interested with responsibilities, etc., and his wife. And when you look into it, if they have been found guilty, it's like abusing their power. So it says a senior Nigerian politician and his wife were found guilty on Thursday of conspiring to transport a street trader to the UK as part of an organ harvesting plot. So when you look into it, you have to say that these things have been around for a long time. So we have to be careful about it as well, because we have to realize that people are people, and as people, people will fail us, fail you, fail me, but it's what we do when we experience that is really what matters. Now on the inside, so I'm going to see like what I can get. Let me see. I know that I'm looking for Easter egg, I'm looking for spice bun, and I'm looking for, what else am I looking for? Oh, I'll know whatever I'm looking for. When I get there, I will see. Anyway, shouldn't be too difficult.
Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side, no. Have me by your side when the sun sets. I hope you'll still want me, I hope you'll still need me 1,000,000 years from now. The seasons are changing, the nights ever fading. It's time we left the ground. Let's leave for an eternity. Let's sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be
So that trip is done, but I think I need some petrol. So I'm going to stop by the petrol station on my way now. So, see you in a bit. Okay, so I am back home, my Destiny family. Actually, when I got into the supermarket, what happened was that the music was playing. That is why I have to, what I will do is that you will see that I will do, what you call it, some music. I will play my own music, but you will get to see some of the stuff. So I got the patties, I got the Easter egg, what else? I got the salmon, I got everything that I actually wanted to pick up, just a few things. But the only thing that I did not get was the spice bun or the Easter bun. But there is something. I heard my son spoke about this one before. I don't know if you have tried it before. Cinnamon and raisin toasty loaf. So we are going to try this one. We still have some Easter bun left because my son had picked up some before. So we'll use that. A bit disappointed, but you know, I have 2 of those cinnamon loaves, so that should do it as well. My Destiny family, so going back to the topic of betrayal, remember that, you know, people will always expect, people will disappoint us, right? But also remember that it is in your best interest, my interest as well, everybody's interest, to forgive people when they actually betray us. Because when you keep it up, when you keep malice, it's not going to hurt the other person, you're just going to hurt yourself. So until I upload another video, my Destiny family, take care of yourself, and I say bye, 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 bye.